So what if they hang up on you before finishing? So let me tell you a quick story. I had an appointment setter that specifically put in the notes probably 4 years ago. She said, rude lady hung up before I even finished my call. And I thought, well, that's dumb. She hung up on her and didn't even know what the whole thing was about. So I grabbed the lead. I slid on down. It was over in Brainerd, which is a part of town in Chattanooga. Pulled in the driveway, knocked on the door. And she opened the door, and there's like a screen door on front, right? She peers out of it looking at me. Said, what can I do for you? I said, ma'am, my name's David. I'm here because you sent this card back. You requested information on our final expense programs. And she looked at it, and she says, what did she say? She said, hold on, I'll be right back. And she was just kind of grouchy and shut the door in my face. I was like, okay. Then she came back out. She had her coat over her moo-moo she had on. She says, you sit down right there. And I said, okay. And she said, the first problem is you're a male. The second problem is you're a salesperson. That's the first thing she said when we sat down. I said, I'm sorry. I said, let me show you my license. And you know, I'm a licensed agent. She said, you could have printed off 100 of these at FedEx. So I was like, well, I don't know what to say to that. But hey, the reason I'm here is I went into my script. I closed the lady. It turns out I sold her like a $60 a month deal. And I was thrilled. And what had happened was I found out that she was a caretaker for her mother who had severe Alzheimer's. And imagine if maybe you've been in this position taking care of a relative who has cognitive memory issues. It's a 24-hour, 7-day-a-week job. It's stressful. You have no capacity or minimal capacity to handle people like us, salespeople, trying to sell them something. So you kick the dog, proverbially speaking. You are the dog to be kicked. And so we have to understand that if somebody hangs up on you like that, they don't know what they've hung up on. And what's even better is if you show up and don't even mention the phone call, they're probably going to be a lot nicer to you in person anyway, as you'll find out in this business, if you haven't already. People are 100 times nicer when you show up at their house because of a card they sent in, especially when you tell them it's your job to show up. You know, hey, we tried calling you, you didn't pick up the phone or something like that. You know, people aren't going to yell and scream at you unless they're just jerks. And if they're jerks, you're not going to do anything about that anyway. So, moral of the story, don't let a hang up mid-sentence or even before you complete your thought deter you from just door knocking them. If you don't feel good about door knocking them right away, no problem, give it a week. Show up, I promise you 9 out of 10 will not remember the phone call because they get those calls all the time. You're one of many.